1, 2, 3, 4. Fire on the thoroughfare. No one's going anywhere. They say these are but the vestiges. Their banners look like bandages. The martyrs face an acronym. Beat the drum and sing the hymn. Struggle red and Bible black. The riot squad is holding back. The nation lost an industry. Someone closed a factory. The decision unilateral. The damage done collateral. The president was in a pinch. It was budget cuts or start to print. Basis points gone through the roof. Now what's a head of state to do? And high above without a sound, the satellites keep going round. Astronaut or cameraman is drifting out in no man's land. He's tethered to the studio. Houston, we are good to go. The hungry eye has got the feed. Producer's getting what he needs. The anchor asks, will government cave in the local discontent? Sound. The satellites keep going round. LCDs on trading floors, in living rooms, appliance stores. LCDs at S&P, Moody's and Fidelity. Somewhere there's an average Joe opening an envelope. Somewhere a retiree staring at a balance sheet. Satellites keep going round.
Hello, this is Amsel Ponte, and thank you so much for joining us for the Newsroom Sessions. To my left, we have a very special guest, Mr. Richard Shindell, or as I like to call him, Senor Ricardo Shindell. More on that in a minute.
You've never called me that before.
Well, yeah, but now we're BFF, so, you know, I got to work on a little, un poco español, but we're going to, more on that in a minute.
Got it.
You're here tonight. He's playing 8 o'clock, One Longfellow Square. Last I checked, there are a few tickets left, but don't mess around for too long. OneLongfellowSquare.com, one of my favorite venues in the universe. And so thank you so much for stopping by. Before I forget, tell us what that wonderful song was that you just played for us.
It's called Satellites.
And what album is that?
It's not on any album. Well, actually, no. A version of it came out on a record I put out, I don't know, a year and a half ago or so, called 13 Songs You May or May Not Have Heard Before, which was, for the most part, a re-recording of songs from my catalog in a more stripped-down way. But I had a version of that song which I liked, and I wanted to put something new on it, and so I put that one on it. But it's really slated for its official release on my new record.
It's a terrific song. Is it any chance it's on the set list for this evening?
It certainly is.
Excellent.
It's always in the set list.
And in case you were wondering who was playing the wonderful cajon, it's my other new best friend, otherwise known as Brad Pitt, lookalike, Mr. Joey Bonadio, and he'll be back on here.
Joey
B in a minute, because he plays a mean cajon. So you have about eight or nine records out?
Something like that.
Yeah. And so getting the whole Spanish thing, so Don't Cry for This Guy, and I know he's so over the whole reference to Evita, but I can't help it. I'm a Broadway fan, because he's lived in Buenos Aires for about 15 years now.
15 years, June 2nd.
So obviously fluent in Spanish. Do you ever think in Spanish? And have you ever written any songs in Spanish?
I have.
Yeah?
I've written songs. Actually, I've written, one.
Yeah?
One good song, which was, and a couple of really bad songs.
Now, how does that work? Do you write it in English and then say, I think I want to translate this, or is it coming in your head?
No, this one I wanted to write in Spanish.
Yeah.
And it's a song that I about. I mean, I didn't get very far into writing the song, and without encountering grammatical deficiencies on my part in Spanish. And so then the song became about trying to write a love song in a language which is not your own. In other words, I made the linguistic problems that I
but
encountered.
love in itself is the universal language.
Yes,
though. But
and Spanish is the loving
that's
tongue.
an interesting concept.
Yep.
All right. So what else? What do you? Your last album came out about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Is any new songs percolating in your head?
Oh, yeah.
Or when can we expect to see something new from
my
you?
new record is mostly done. It's
Fantastic.
called Viceroy Mimic.
Ooh, what's that refer to?
Well, Viceroy Mimic is a kind of butterfly. There's a kind of butterfly that exhibits something called Batesian mimicry, which basically the butterfly mimics, in terms of the colors, patterns, a butterfly that predators don't want to eat because it's toxic. This particular butterfly is not toxic, but it makes itself look like a butterfly that a predator wouldn't want to eat.
Professor Shindell, this is actually really interesting.
It's fascinating. I discovered it, and I was writing a song about a different kind of butterfly, which isn't done yet. But I do sometimes. It's good to do a little research on your song.
The whole symbolism with the metamorphosis, is that
could be feed
into it?
And but I just like the idea, and then I thought, well, that's a really nice phrase.
Yeah.
Viceroy Mimic. It's
Yeah.
3 syllables. All the best records are 3 syllables. No, except it's 4. Sorry, never mind.
4 syllables, clearly. Well, we are so happy that you had time to stop by. I know you've been running around today. There's a haircut, there's bagels, there's a lot going on for you, but you made the time to come by the Portland Press Herald Newsroom, and we are very happy to have him here, Mr. Richard Shindell. Don't forget, 8 p.m. tonight, One Longfellow Square. I better get off the stage now because clearly I've ventured off into Mumblingville, but I'm going to bring my buddy Joey B back up here on the cajon. And you got one more song for us?
Oh, sure.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for stopping
You're
by.
welcome. You're welcome.
Muchas gracias.
De nada.
And tonight, One Longfellow
Un placer.
people. Thank you so much for checking out the Newsroom Sessions. I'm going over here.
All right. This is called The Deer on the Parkway. 2, 3, 4. Late in the evening, they emerge through the trees in kinships and sounds of 6s and 3s, following true to the call they obey, their eyes on the prize, each blade of the way. Ages ago, they roamed the King's Wood, and And though he would hunt them, they considered him good. The odd royal arrow, a small price to pay for keeping the poachers' freedom at bay. And the deer on the parkway graze right to the edge. I come around the bend, they're lifting their heads. My headlights, their eyes, what will they decide? Will the deer on the parkway let me pass by? Freedom is narrow and its grasses grow thin. By the side of the road, the street that they're in. But the median's lush and it's luring them out onto the parkway where I'm heading south. Just trying to get home just like everyone else. Down through the county, neither heaven nor hell, where if you don't kill me, friend, well, I won't kill you. That muttering king, well, I miss him too. And the deer on the parkway graze right to the edge. I come around the bend, they're lifting their heads. My headlights, their eyes, what will they decide? Will the deer on the parkway let me pass by? Will the deer on the parkway let me pass by? Joe Bonadio on the percussion.